hours of your time. I have got like 6 things that I've written down that I need to take another half a day just to kind of digest. Some technology stuff, just some basic business planning stuff, and there's some value there. I mean, just some really cool stuff. So, and I thought it was pretty good. This is talking about the one on October 7th. Who's going to New York? And we've had a couple hands that were up previously. Those hands have decided to go down?
50-50.
Okay. All right. Well, the New York Gem Blue, which is not going to be a repeat of what we just did in Palm Desert. It will be different. But anyway, if you do decide to go, it's sold out. So again, we're going to be doing our prospecting at the bar. It's October 2nd. License to school. Oh, wow, I know. Ooh, this isn't what I was going to talk about. Ooh, we have a problem. Okay. We have, how many agents do we have that haven't joined the board? Too many.
Too many.
Okay, this is the deal. I won't put anybody on the spot, but if you are in this room and you have not joined the Association of Realtors, and it's June 12th, guys, okay? Your grace period has expired, all right? You could normally get away with that for January and February and then maybe in March, but this is the deal. If you have not paid your dues, you need to pay, or you will be getting a phone call from Anna in the next 2 or 3 days. And this will be the option, okay? You will either go down and pay, or you can keep your license here in the office. The rules have changed a little bit. It used to be that I had to let you go, okay? Which meant you went across the street to another broker who said, "Ah, forget it, we'll let you hide for 6 months."
Yep.
You don't have to go. You can stay, but you have to sign a document that says you're not going to sell any real estate. Okay? So you can't sell real estate unless you join the board. And that's the way it is across the board. So then all you could do is be a referral agent. So if somebody called, you can't even carry a Coldwell Banker business card. Got to join the board. And that's the way it is everywhere. And we've got 50 agents in 5 offices that haven't joined. And honestly, to my surprise, some of those agents are making money. I mean, they've made $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 this year and they haven't joined the flipping board. I don't get it. So at any rate, we talked a couple weeks ago, or even at the last month's meeting, business planning. I've been doing a lot of traveling for the last 60 days. That's changing. I'm basically not going anywhere for the next 2 or 3 months. I'm going to select a few of you randomly. Say, come on in, let's talk business plan. Having said that, if I don't call you in the next day or 2 or 3 or a week and you want to talk to me about it, come on in and we'll sit down and we'll talk. Market's changing, guys. Want to shoot a video today? That's great. If not, don't. That's all I got. Oh, we're still doing our Make-A-Wish. We haven't really made a big push for this. How much money have we collected?
Not nearly enough.
Well, no, but it's enough. I mean, it's something.
Maybe $1,000.
Oh, it's got to be more than that. Okay. Well, at any rate, our goal is a lot more than $1,000. So I want to get some more information on that. Let me know. I really want to do something nice at the end of the year. And if we don't, at least get $7,500, I'd be pretty disappointed in that. So, okay, I think that's all I got. Anybody got any? Anybody got anything that's good for the group? Yes.
Hi, Lance. There was a law passed in the late December 2008
Okay.
that for investors, if they turn their rental into a personal residence
Okay.
primary, that 2 to 5 years, if they stayed in it, they didn't have to pay capital gains. Now they do. So that affected my husband and me.
Say
and-
that again. The
Okay.
general rule here. Let me paraphrase it and then catch the part
Okay.
because I may not be completely up to speed.
Okay, in 2008 December,
Okay.
a law came into effect that if you had a rental
Yep.
and you turned it into your private residence,
Correct.
you didn't have to pay capital gains.
As long as you lived in that property for
2 to 5 years.
more than 2 years, 2 of the last 5.
Right.
Right, okay. December, there was a law scooted in,
Okay.
and now you have to pay capital gains no matter what. We went to 2 CPAs
Okay. So wait a
and an
minute. Now,
attorney.
let me understand this because I have not heard that.
I put it on your desk.
Okay. So I own a rental property.
Right,
I've rented it out for 5 years.
Right.
I now move into my rental property.
Right.
It's my house.
Right.
I've lived in that property. The old rule used to be, if I lived in it for 2 of the last 5,
right.
it was now my primary residence.
Right.
You didn't have to
Not-
pay.
I didn't have to pay tax, so you're saying that's gone.
That's
Okay,
gone.
so what if I live in that property for 5 of the last 5 years?
It's gone.
So where is my primary residence at?
It's there.
I have no primary residence
But
anymore?
But if you sell it, you have to pay capital gain.
So I have no primary, so where is my primary residence then?
It depends on you, but
So I-
if you try to sell it as a primary residence after living 2 to 5 years in it, you have to pay capital gains no matter what after
Well done.
January the 1st, 2009.
Wow.
And
But
that,
so- But I'm
my
asking the
husband
same
and
question,
I
it doesn't
would've-
sound like, you know, let's play this out a little bit. You have to have a primary residence somewhere. I moved my primary, so the house that I used to live in, now maybe I've converted that to a rental, okay? And now I'm moving into my old
Number
rental.
two.
Now that's I have 2 houses. My old primary residence is now a new rental. My new primary residence, at least in my mind, is the rental I just moved into.
Right.
So now I can never have a primary residence for tax purposes?
no, I'm saying if you sell it, Lance.
I understand that.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's
But if
just
I don't
gonna
sell it,
say
it
the
doesn't
same
matter. If
thing.
I don't sell it, I don't have a tax problem.
Maybe
So
I'll tell you
now I have
something.
2
If you
rental
sell it,
properties
you
no
do.
matter what.
Because
So
I have 2 that want to do that.
that's
Yeah,
interesting.
and I'm telling you, we would have had to pay $185,000 in capital gains because we made a rental a primary resident. And that's how I found out the law. 2 CPAs and an attorney. Finally, we got the right answers.
Okay. I will take a look at that. This is kind of a big deal.
It's
I
a
mean,
big
It's
deal.
huge.
I don't know if you guys have, I mean, I've gone through this many times with many clients and family members over the last 20+ years. This is very common.
I have
You've
3
got
that
a-
want to do it
You know, you
now.
got somebody who moves out of house A, and you got a lot of people in this town that have done that. Maybe they lived in LA, okay, they moved out to Moreno Valley,
Right.
right?
They
That's
rented out
like
LA.
Probably 90% of the people that live in this community. They kept their house in LA,
Right.
they rented it out. They moved out here.
They hate it.
Now, they don't like it. Now they've decided, hey, I want to move back to LA. And maybe they're thinking, my in-laws did this actually, I don't really want to go back to Long Beach, but I want to sell my Long Beach house. I need to establish residency.
Right.
I'm going to move back to Long Beach. I'm going to live there 2 years,
Right.
satisfy the rule. I'm going to sell, I don't have to pay capital gains.
Right.
New rule.
Gain, isn't there like normally like a gain like above $250,000?
Right. What about the
Yeah.
Well, but that's
$500,000
what you're
rule?
saying would be excluded though. If it's not your primary residence, it's not your primary residence anymore.
Right.
Anyway, this is the deal. That is news to me. I was just telling Gabriel earlier today, we were talking about training and education.
That's it.
I'm learning every day. I
I
had
put
not
the
heard
law
of that.
on your desk one day because I felt like it was so critical,
Right.
especially in our case where we planned a rental to be a primary
Yeah.
residence. And then when we got older
Change the
to
rules.
sell it, take the money, and we would have had to pay $185,000 in capital.
So you didn't sell it. So
We
you,
haven't sold it, no. We have
isn't
to
that great for the real estate market? Then again, now here you have tax policy that is preventing a sale.
What about your 500,000?
That's okay, that's okay, but I'm
We're past
talking
that.
about the capital gains that you'd have to pay after January 1st, 2009. If you made a rental, a primary residence, and then sold it, you'd have to pay capital gains.
I think it has to do with how you reported for the last couple of years.
I would-
No.
We'll check it out. I mean, guys, I'm going to
It's
the,
bill 2012.
well, one of the reasons I go to all of these CAR meetings 3 times a year is so that I get to know that before everybody else gets to know it. That's the first
I'm
I
sorry.
No, it's good. I mean,
Wrap it
again,
up.
I might have been taking a nap when that was discussed or you know, sleeping or something.
I think it was 2012. I sent everybody an email,
I know, I saw it. And I
Yeah.
just kind of
All
went,
right.
so they
I'll
took
take a look at
the
it,
bill.
and we'll get some info, we'll email, blast out everybody. I gotta tell you, if you're kinda like, I never had any of that, I never did that, I'm telling you, this is a big deal. You're going to run into this, and you need to be prepared to let your clients know, or at least at a minimum have enough knowledge to say, hey, you better check this out. You better check this out
not
before
that you
you,
wanted to.
before you end up with a big tax bill.
What
that you
is
weren't
wrong
expecting.
with your spray?
Okay, anybody got anything else? Debbie?
There's a, oh, there isn't. No, it's a shine.
Oh. I'm not ready for that, at least in this form. So Debbie's causing trouble over here.
Throw something at her.
Exactly. I don't have anything heavy enough.
Here.
All right. Okay, I will, just let me throw this out at you, and I always hesitate to say this because if it doesn't apply to you, I don't might want you to leave the office feeling bad, like what am I doing wrong? But I will tell you again, if you take a look at the 5 offices, and you take a look at unit sales over the last 60 days, total properties that are going into escrow and closing, the number is up. And it's not up by a small amount. It's up by about 30%. Okay? So, again, if you're not getting your piece of that, or if you're not seeing that type of increase in your personal business, whether you're flat or, you know, I mean, 30% is kind of a tough deal to put your hands around. If you only have 1 open escrow, you're not going to feel 1.3 open escrows. That's kind of hard to feel that. But there is business being transacted. We know that because the computer is dead. But we know that because if I can do this before my battery dies, oops, it's in the wrong, it's in the other PowerPoint.